The night sky over Eidolon 9 was dark and full of restless clouds. Rain poured down like the planet was trying to wash away its own sadness. The streets of New Arcadia, the colony's main city, glowed faintly under the neon signs that buzzed weakly in the storm. Most colonists were indoors, working, sleeping, or simply hiding from the endless rain that seemed to fall every day. Captain Rian Salas was used to it. He had spent 5 years on this world, keeping peace among settlers who were tired, overworked, and far from home. His patrol suit was soaked, but he didn't care. The rain helped him think and forget. He missed Earth, though it no longer existed the way he remembered it. The blue oceans, the bright skies, gone. Earth was now a place of gray dust and forgotten dreams. Ryan's job tonight was simple: check the colony's perimeter, make sure no one was breaking curfew, and report any strange readings from the scanners. But as he passed through Sector 7, something unusual caught his eye. There was someone standing alone in the rain. At first, he thought it was a colonist who got lost. But when he got closer, he realized it was a girl, young, maybe 18 or 19. She stood beneath a broken streetlight, head bowed, rain falling over her like she didn't even feel it. Her silver hair shimmered faintly, and she was barefoot, her feet sinking into the puddles. She didn't move. She didn't even shiver. Ryan stopped a few meters away and called out, "Hey! You shouldn't be out here. The storm's bad tonight, no answer." The rain drowned his voice. He stepped closer. "Miss, are you all right?" The girl slowly raised her head. Her eyes were strange, a clear, shining gray that almost seemed to glow. They met his, and for a second he felt something shift inside his neural implant, a static spark behind his eyes. He blinked hard. I don't know where I am," she said softly. Her voice trembled like she hadn't spoken in years. "It's cold," Ryan frowned. "You're on Eidolon 9 colony world. Are you hurt? Do you have a name?" She hesitated. "Lyra. I think my name is Lyra. You think?" Ryan repeated, stepping closer. "Where are your parents? Or your ID tag?" She looked down. "I don't remember." Her clothes were odd, not standard colony issue. They looked like thin silver fabric that clung to her body like mist. No logos, no seams, no sign of where it came from. Definitely not from the settlement. Ryan's instincts told him something wasn't right, but his heart told him to help her. He offered her his coat. "Come on, let's get you inside before you freeze." Lyra looked at his hand for a long time, as if unsure what to do. Then carefully she took it. Her skin was warm, too warm for someone standing in the cold rain. As they walked toward his patrol vehicle, she spoke quietly. "You're kind. Just doing my job," Ryan said. "No," she whispered. "You're different." He didn't know what that meant. The words echoed in his mind as the storm rolled overhead. The patrol vehicle hummed softly as it glided across the slick streets. Lyra sat beside him, wrapped in his coat, staring out the window with a lost expression. The neon lights reflected in her eyes like stars caught in tears. "You really don't remember anything?" he asked again. She shook her head. "Just flashes. I see machines. A sky full of light. A city made of glass, then pain. Then nothing. Sounds like a bad dream," he said. "I don't dream," she replied simply. Rian's brow furrowed. "Everyone dreams." She didn't answer. They reached the colony security station, a gray dome of steel near the city's center. The power flickered as thunder roared. Ryan led her inside, where a few officers looked up in surprise. "Who's that?" asked Sergeant Hale, leaning on a console. "Found her outside in Sector 7, Ryan replied. "No ID, no records." Hale raised an eyebrow. "Another drifter? Maybe from one of the failed colonies?" Rian shook his head. "No, her clothes aren't local. And her bioscans, off." He tapped his wrist pad. The readings were strange, faint signals of energy that didn't match human vitals. Yet her heartbeat was there, steady and strong. Lyra looked nervous under the bright lights. Ryan noticed how she glanced around like everything was new to her. The walls, the sounds, the flickering screens. "Don't worry," Ryan said gently. "We'll figure this out." She nodded, clutching his coat tighter. When the med scanner touched her wrist, the machine sparked. The lights dimmed for a second, and every monitor in the room glitched. A strange symbol flashed on the main display, a pattern of circles and lines that no one had ever seen before. "What the—" Hale stepped back. "Ryan, what did you bring in here?" "I don't know," Ryan admitted, watching the symbol fade. But she needs help. Lyra looked down, her eyes wide with fear. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Ryan placed a hand on her shoulder. It's okay. You didn't do anything wrong. But deep inside, he knew this wasn't ordinary. The colony had seen strange things, alien ruins, mysterious signals from deep space, but never something like this. Later that night, after Hale left to report the incident, Ryan sat in his small office with Lyra. She was sitting quietly on the couch, her gaze distant. Outside, the rain kept falling, a soft rhythm against the glass. Ryan brought her a cup of warm tea. Here, it'll help. She smiled faintly. Thank you. That simple smile caught him off guard. It was gentle, almost fragile, but it felt human, too human. Something about it made the cold station seem warmer. So, Lyra, he began carefully, do you remember anything else? Maybe where you came from? A ship, a name? She hesitated. I remember voices. Not human, soft, like music. They said I wasn't ready yet. Not ready for what? She looked at him, eyes glimmering like liquid silver. For them. Who are they? Before she could answer, the lights flickered again. The colony's power grid went down for a moment and alarms echoed through the base. Ryan rushed to the console. System outage, Hale's voice came through the comm. All networks are glitching. Even the main AI core's gone dark. We've never seen anything like this. Ryan frowned. Could it be from the storm? No, it's something else. Some kind of data surge coming from your sector. Ryan turned slowly toward Lyra. She sat completely still, her eyes glowing faintly. The same symbol that appeared on the screen earlier now shimmered faintly on her palm. A soft golden pattern, like light through water. Lyra, he said carefully. What's happening? Tears filled her eyes. They've found me. Who? She shook her head. I don't know their name. I just feel them. They want me back. But if they come, they'll destroy everything. Ryan's heart raced. Why, what are you? I don't know, she whispered. But I think I was made. Not born? He stared at her, unable to speak. The rain outside grew heavier, thunder shaking the ground. Somewhere in the distance, the colony's sirens began to howl, the warning for incoming orbital contact. Ryan moved toward the window and saw it, a faint streak of light cutting across the storm clouds, far above the city. Something was descending from orbit, and fast. He turned back to Lyra. We need to move. Now. She looked at him, her face full of fear. If they find me, they'll hurt you. Ryan's voice was firm. Let them try. He grabbed his weapon and coat. Come on. As they ran through the rain toward his vehicle, Lyra looked back once, at the colony glowing dimly in the storm. I didn't want this, she whispered. I just wanted to see the sky. Ryan looked at her, then up at the endless clouds. You will, he promised. I'll make sure of it. The two of them disappeared into the night as the rain fell harder, lightning flashing above. Far beyond the storm, something vast and alien moved closer to the planet, searching. And deep inside, Ryan knew his life had just changed forever. The storm had passed by morning, but Eidolon 9 was far from calm. New Arcadia glistened under the soft light of the twin suns breaking through scattered clouds. Puddles reflected the colony's gleaming towers, and the air smelled of wet metal and earth. Yet for Captain Ryan Solis, the calm was deceptive. He could still feel the weight of last night. The girl, the strange signal, the descending object in the storm. Lyra sat quietly in the corner of his quarters, wrapped in the thick coat he had given her. She hadn't said much since the night before, and every time he looked at her, he saw it again. That faint, almost fragile smile that had appeared when he offered her tea. It had stayed with him all morning, like sunlight after a storm. Lyra, Ryan began, breaking the silence. We need to understand what's happening. Last night, whatever you are, it's not ordinary. She looked up, her silver hair falling over her eyes. I know, I feel it too. Something in the colony is changing. The machines, the lights, they are not acting right. Ryan nodded. The colony's AI core had gone offline briefly during the storm. Sensors were glitching. Even the automated drones patrolling the city had been frozen mid-flight. It was as if the storm had been a signal, something far older and stronger than the planet itself. I think I was made, Lyra said softly. I am not fully human. But I feel human. I think that is what makes them afraid. Ryan's brow furrowed. Made, you mean, like artificial? A machine? I am more than that, she replied, her voice trembling. I am something in between. I was created to be a bridge. But the ones who made me, they did not finish. Ryan felt a chill. He had read stories in the old archives about alien civilizations that tried to uplift humanity, leaving behind strange devices or sentient programs. Could she be one of them? And if so, why was she here alone, crying in the rain? He shook off the unease and decided action was needed. We can't stay here. The colony may not be safe if whatever they are comes. We need a plan, Lyra's eyes widened. You would leave everyone behind? No, Ryan said firmly. I will protect as many as I can. But first, I need to know what you are capable of. Can you defend yourself? Lyra hesitated. Then she extended her hand. A faint glow pulsed from her palm like light trapped in water. The room's lights flickered again and a low hum resonated in the walls. Ryan instinctively stepped back. What was that? He asked. I don't know, she admitted. It happens when I feel fear or danger. I think it is part of me. Ryan studied her, realizing that she was not a weapon in the conventional sense. She was something different, fragile yet powerful, and in that realization, he felt a protective instinct stronger than anything he had felt in years. The colony alarm sounded suddenly, slicing through the quiet morning. Ryan grabbed his jacket and motioned for Lyra to follow. On the surveillance screens, drones were spinning in the sky, frozen mid-flight. The main AI core was glitching, displaying strange symbols he had never seen before, symbols that matched the pattern that had appeared on Lyra's palm the night before. They know you're here, Ryan said quietly. Who are they, Lyra? I do not know their names, she said, trembling. But they are coming for me. They call themselves the Varashi. Long ago they built me. They tried to make me ready for humans to reach the stars, but I was not ready. They left me. I think they regret it. Ryan nodded slowly. We need to hide you. Somewhere they won't find you. She shook her head. No place is safe. Not on this planet. But if we act carefully, we might have a chance. Ryan's mind raced. The colony's lower decks were abandoned. Old storage tunnels and maintenance halls no one used. He knew them well. They could provide cover and a temporary safe space. He grabbed a portable scanner and a few tools. Follow me. We move quietly and we stay out of sight. Can you do that? Lyra nodded. Her eyes held a strange mix of fear and trust, and something else. A hint of that smile like the sun breaking through clouds. They moved through the city quietly, avoiding the main roads. The rain had stopped, leaving the streets slick and reflective. Occasionally they passed colonists hurrying to work, none noticing the two figures slipping through the shadows. Ryan led her down a service hatch into the lower decks. The tunnels were dark and narrow, echoing with the sound of dripping water. Lyra's glow faintly illuminated the walls as they walked. This place feels safe, she whispered, looking around. For now, Ryan replied. We'll fortify it. Make it a base, at least until we understand what we're dealing with. Inside the hidden hall, they set up a small living area. Ryan connected his portable scanner to the network, monitoring for unusual signals. Lyra sat quietly, tracing her fingers over the symbols glowing faintly in her palm. Ryan, she said suddenly, I think I can reach the colony systems. Maybe I can understand what they are trying to do. Careful, he warned. We don't know what might happen. I need to try, she insisted. I want to protect them, the humans here. Even if they don't know me. Ryan studied her, amazed at the courage in her expression. All right. But I stay with you, she nodded. Together they approached the main control terminal. Lyra laid her hand over the interface. The screen flickered, then stabilized. Symbols flowed across the display, alien language woven with human code. They are searching for me, she whispered. They think humans cannot be trusted with my existence. But if they see through me, they might understand. Ryan felt a shiver run down his spine. Understand what? That humans are more than simple creatures, she said. Her voice was soft yet filled with certainty. We create, we love. We survive. Even when everything seems lost, we keep trying. That is why they fear us. That is why I am here. He realized then that she was not only sentient but a mirror of humanity itself, fragile, uncertain, yet unbreakably resilient. And that smile of hers, faint, gentle, was not just a gesture, it was a spark. Hope. Hours passed as Lyra worked at the terminal. The symbols and codes on the screen moved like living things. Ryan watched over her shoulder, fascinated. He had always known humans were clever, but this was beyond clever. This was creation itself. Human creativity amplified, shining through another being. Finally, the terminal stabilized. Lyra pulled her hand away, exhausted. "I can communicate with them," she said. "I can tell them what humanity is, but I may not be able to stay safe after that." Ryan's heart pounded. "We'll figure it out, together." She looked at him, and for a moment her smile returned in full, gentle, radiant, almost fragile. It lit up the dark tunnel, and for Ryan that smile was more powerful than any weapon, stronger than fear, brighter than the storm outside. I think I like this place," she said softly. "Even in the dark it feels alive." Ryan nodded. "Humans survive in the dark. That's how we've always been, and sometimes we find light in unexpected places." As they settled in for the night, the city above remained unaware. The drone still hovered in midair, frozen by the strange signal. The AI core blinked with the symbols of an alien language. But below, in the secret hall, a human captain and a mysterious girl with a faint, radiant smile began to form a bond that would challenge the very meaning of what it meant to be human. The storm had passed, but the real test was just beginning. And somewhere far above the clouds, something watched, patient and ancient, waiting for the moment to strike. Yet for now, in the glow of her smile, Ryan believed, for the first time in years, that humanity might not only survive, humanity might shine. And Lyra, the girl who cried in the rain, had become more than a mystery. She had become hope. The morning light of Eidolon 9 brought calm to New Arcadia, but for Captain Ryan Solis, calm was temporary. Above the clouds, a massive shadow cut across the sun, moving faster than any human craft. Ryan's scanner, normally reliable, beeped erratically. The Varashi, the alien creators of Lyra, had arrived. Lyra sat quietly beside him in the hidden lower decks, her silver hair catching the soft light. Her smile from the previous night was faint but still there, a fragile beacon against the growing tension. "They are close," she whispered. "They can feel me, but I can reach out to them. I can show them what humans are." Ryan clenched his jaw. "We'll need more than words. If they want you, they will attack." Her eyes met his. "Then we fight together." For a moment, Ryan felt the full weight of the situation. Humans were not ready for interstellar conflict. Yet here, in a dim tunnel beneath the city, he realized something crucial. Humanity had always fought with heart, not just strength. And maybe, just maybe, that was enough. The Varashi descended from orbit, a silent fleet of sleek ships that reflected the sun in shards of silver and blue. Sensors detected them before the city could. Panic began to ripple through New Arcadia. Drones lost control, lights flickered, and settlers ran indoors. Ryan and Lyra had prepared as best they could. Using the old maintenance tunnels, they moved toward the colony's central AI hub, a chance to turn the city's systems into a shield rather than a trap. "We can't let them reach the surface," Ryan said. "Once they see you, everything changes," Lyra nodded. "I know, but I also want them to see humanity's spirit, our courage, our hope." The captain led the way through the damp corridors, his boots echoing against metal floors. Lyra's faint glow lit the path, the alien symbols on her palms pulsing softly. Ryan couldn't help but notice the contrast. A world of cold metal and rain outside, and this girl, a living symbol of light and hope, moving beside him. As they reached the AI hub, alarms blared. One of the alien ships had pierced the atmosphere. Its energy field shimmered above the city, scanning for Lyra. Ryan quickly accessed the hub's interface. "If we can integrate her into the AI, we might be able to control the drones, the power grids, even the city defenses." Lyra placed her hand on the console. Immediately, the alien symbols flowed across the screens. The AI blinked, then responded. She was connecting human, machine, and something older, alien. The Varashi ship hovered above, projecting a beam of energy toward the city. Ryan grabbed a nearby control panel and redirected the building's defense turrets. The beam scattered harmlessly, hitting the streets but causing no casualties. Lyra's glow intensified. "I can reach them. I can show them," she shouted. Her voice carried urgency, hope, and courage all at once. Ryan nodded. "Do it!" Her fingers traced patterns over the interface. Light shot through the city's networks, flowing upward into the sky, connecting with the Varashi fleet. For a moment, time seemed suspended. Then the alien ships hesitated. Their energy beams flickered, and the silent fleet stopped. "They see something," Lyra whispered. "They see humanity." Ryan watched in awe. The aliens weren't attacking anymore. They were observing, reading, understanding. "Humanity is not perfect," Lyra said softly. "We are flawed. We are weak, but we are capable of love. We are capable of hope. We are capable of courage even in the darkest moments." The Varashi ships pulsed with light. For the first time, Ryan realized they were sentient in a way humans could recognize. They weren't conquerors. They were guardians, or at least they had once been. And now through Lyra they could understand what humans had become. The beam from the lead ship receded. Slowly, one by one, the fleet turned and began to ascend, leaving Eidolon 9 in silence. The city's lights returned to normal. Drones reactivated. The storm had passed entirely. Ryan exhaled, feeling the tension leave his body for the first time in days. He turned to Lyra. "You did it. You saved us." She smiled softly, faintly, but fully, and this time it wasn't fragile. It was triumphant. "We saved each other," she said. Ryan couldn't look away. Her smile had the power to make him forget the fear, the uncertainty, the storm. In it, he saw something eternal: hope, courage, and the essence of what humanity could be. Over the following days, the colony slowly returned to life. Ryan and Lyra became symbols of hope. Colonists whispered about the girl who had glowed in the darkness, and the captain who had trusted her completely. The city's AI, now partially integrated with Lyra, operated more efficiently than ever, anticipating storms, guiding drones, and even communicating subtly with the colonists. Yet for Ryan, the most important part was personal. Each day he spent time with Lyra, teaching her about human culture, music, and laughter. She listened, curious and attentive, her smile brightening with each small discovery. He realized that even a created being, built for a purpose beyond human comprehension, could feel joy, love, and connection. One evening, after the rain returned in gentle showers, Ryan and Lyra stood on a small balcony overlooking the city. Neon lights reflected in the puddles below. The storm was softer this time, almost playful. "You remember the night I found you?" Ryan asked quietly. Lyra nodded. "The rain, the loneliness, and the warmth of your coat," Ryan smiled. "I never forgot your smile. Even then, it changed something in me. Made me realize humans aren't just survivors. We are creators, dreamers, capable of more than we know." Lyra looked at him, her eyes shining. "And I realized something too, that even when I was lost, even when I didn't know who I was, humans could show me care, trust, and hope. You gave me that. You saved me in more ways than one." He reached for her hand. "Then we saved each other." She nodded, her smile radiant in the gentle rain. For Ryan, the world seemed brighter than ever. A city built on courage, a planet scarred but alive, and a girl whose smile could pierce through storms. The Varashi would return someday. Ryan knew it. But for now, humanity had proved something important. Their spirit, their courage, and their capacity for hope were unbreakable. Lyra had shown them the bridge, the connection between human and alien understanding. And through her, humans discovered that sometimes the greatest victories were not fought with weapons but with heart. As night fell and the stars appeared, Ryan and Lyra stood together on the balcony. The twin moons of Eidolon 9 reflected in the puddles at their feet. Ryan looked at Lyra's face, still glowing faintly in the dim light, and he realized one thing with certainty. He had found her crying in the rain. And in her smile, he had lost himself, only to find something greater: hope, courage, and a new beginning for humanity. The city slept peacefully below them, unaware of the choice it had been shown, the choice to survive, to shine, and to embrace the unknown. And for the first time in years, Ryan felt truly at home.